Hello and welcome back to Just Some Space Guy. I am here with another Eden Zero theory video. This time it's about how the events are going to play out in the current arc of Eden Zero. But before I start my video, please consider subscribing. It's free and it's literally just a single damn click. It helps me a lot and you can always unsubscribe later. Anyway, back to the video. So in the latest chapter of Eden Zero, chapter 181, we finally got the start of the all-out war against Ziggy and his army. Holly, Elsie and the crew of Eden Zero joined forces to defeat Ziggy and his army alongside Dead and Crow. But then Acnoella showed up out of nowhere, assumably on Ziggy's side, increasing Ziggy's army and power, rising the tension and making everything much more difficult. But there are more than just few unsettling things about this chapter. Outside of nearly every goddamn bad guy in the cosmos showing up on Ziggy's side. Biggest example for this is the sheer amounts of red flags going on between Shiki and Rebecca, and how everything seems so fast and just stuffed. We did got a lots of prep chapters just so we could get ready for this arc, but the amounts of action what are happening out of nowhere is just too much. It's really stuff. It's also made some people actually start worrying that Eden Zero is getting axed, and the higher-ups told Mashima to speed stuff up. But I hardly believe this isn't the case, since it's not shonen jump we talk about, like come on. And Eden Zero is popular enough, it's doing pretty good. It's going to get a second season of the anime soon, and one of the games just came out. They are making, even if from the manga they are not making that much as from they did with Fire Tail, everything else related to Eden Zero is making them money, so like axing Eden Zero would not make much sense financially, especially with the fact that Fire Force just recently ended, and that's already a big minus for the company. But I personally think something entirely different is going on. I personally think we are going to get another really dark arc this time, similar to the Belly Gore arc. If you remember, the start of the arc was incredibly fast, and it also made some people worry just the same way this. Just so everything to get set back with Cat Leaper and get a round 2 of the arc. I think we are going to get another of these arcs, since it was pretty long time ago when Rebecca last changed time in a major way. The start of this arc is going to be an all-out battle against Ziggy and the Horation 6 Galactica, and our main characters are going to get drastically overpowered or defeated. This will probably lead to the deaths of most participants, including Shiki. This will explain the red flags between Shiki and Rebecca and how their relationship just started to progress really fast, like they pull the goddamn gas on that goddamn spaceship. Ziggy is probably going to kill Shiki in front of Rebecca, or perhaps he will die trying to protect Rebecca from Ziggy. Other members of the Eden Zero are probably going to get killed in the battle, either by the sheer amounts of enemy drones swarming them, or by the hand of the Dark Stars, or Wokno, Baby Crow and Acnoella. This will lead Rebecca to a great emotional state, similar to that back in Belly Gore, making her able to jump back in time or a different universe and try to fix everything, preventing their deaths and defeat. With this, I think we are going to get a reverse time skip. Seriously, I never thought you'll say something so goddamn stupid. But come on, it makes so much sense. So since the all-out assault operation didn't work against Ziggy because he was already ready and technically outsmarted them, Rebecca is probably going to go back in time before the time skip, like 1 or 2 years before we got the time skip, and set up a plan against Ziggy. She will probably realize that Ziggy's planet conquerings were just a distraction for the Eden Zero and the government, while he allies with the other members of the Eurasian Sace, creating an unbeatable force. So the plan will be probably preventing Ziggy to form alliance with the Eurasian Sace members, and the only way this is going to work is by defeating each of them separately. She will probably contact Holly in a similar way Holly contacted or got in touch with them and tell her everything. And with her and Elsie's help, they will create a split teams, each tasked to take out one of the Eurasian Sace Galactica members before they could meet up with Ziggy. This operation could take years to set up, so we could go back to the same time period we are currently in, or we will stay in the same time period she got back and continue the story from there on, since the time skip was pretty sudden. This will be also a great way to introduce the moment where Happy dies, since that version of Shiki and Rebecca looks way too younger. These events will probably create the second part of the arc or an entire different arc, but probably a different arc, and will keep Ziggy as the main antagonist of the story longer. I mean, why would we want to get rid of Ziggy? He's like so goddamn cool. Just getting rid of Ziggy is a bad choice. He's cool. To get rid of Ziggy, you will need to introduce a much more cooler character with a much bigger drip. And there is just so much setup for Ziggy and he hardly did anything, so I don't know, getting rid of Ziggy this arc doesn't make sense. This will also make us get closer to Mother, since during the time period they take out the Eurasian Sace Galactica members, Ziggy will be able to do his calculations with the Eden's One and find Mother or get clue where she is. This will create a bigger setup for the finale of the series, since we are more than halfway through the series. Since Mashima himself said he wants it shortened than Fairy Tail but longer than Rave. That will be around 300 chapters or so. I'm pretty sure we are going to get this setup or something very similar to it, since the last arc Rebecca didn't got much time to shine. We got one time dream from a different universe and that's all. We need to make Cat Leaper much more relevant, and this would also continue the darker and much more complex route that Eden Zero started walking down. But anyway, this is my theory. I'm trying to connect more and more dots as much as possible, but unfortunately this is my limit. It's hard to multitask, like trying to get better in drawing fan arts and stuff and just not overusing my voice, because for some goddamn reason whenever I am trying to speak English, my voice just say, "Hey, you know what? I'm going to go away for a few moments." I'm like, god damn it. Like, I'm already pushing my limit with my voice. If you like these types of videos, don't forget to subscribe and like the video. I might have already said this once, but believe me, it's an incredibly big help and supports the channel. Also, if you have anything new to add to the theory or perhaps correct me in the comments section, it's always open. Feel free to leave your comment. I don't bite. I can't because I'm on the other side of the screen. And I like to engage with people in the comment section. See you guys next time, but this time in a Fire Tail video. Yes, I am finally making a Fire Tail theory video. The time has come. Apocalypse is happening. See you guys.